So this is episode 9.
Episode 9.
That is crazy. We are trucking along. It seems like every month we just put out an episode.
Yeah, we are a little behind. This is September's episode, and it is October 4th.
That's all right. Well, our editing and post-production guys will get right on this and make sure it gets out in a timely manner.
Yeah, and we're getting right back on track because I filmed October's podcast yesterday.
Yeah, we'll be
right
on schedule now.
September is nuts.
It is, with back to school, and it's just a lot of stuff getting back in the groove of things, and yeah, there's a lot going on.
You got kids in sports. I got kids in sports.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but anyway, what you been working on?
I worked on this really cool 77 Buick Electra.
Hey, I worked on one of those.
Oh, did you too? Yeah. We did a pretty sweet motor swap. We put one of my Derby buddies pulled the motor and transmission out of his 69 Cadillac. It was a big block 472, 385 horse, 500 foot-pounds of torque. Thing's a monster.
Yeah.
And we just dumped her right into the Buick. We had to make lots of modifications that we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. We couldn't really find a lot of information about this going into it. I don't think anybody's ever put one of the... I mean, I'm sure someone has put a Cadillac motor in one of these Buicks, but...
Not documented.
I couldn't find it documented. And, we had to do a lot of work. You should check out the video. It was 3 days of thrashing, but it was awesome.
It was very cool. And this guy, he's known for his preparedness.
or in preparedness.
And I thought that he had turned the motor over.
Oh, absolutely not.
Before we forked out the dough for this engine.
It came with a warranty. If it didn't run, he would drop off us another one, which was, to me, basically meant it's a runner.
Yeah.
And it had new spark plug wires on it. So I was like, it looks good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was locked up, but yeah, you'll just have to see the video.
Does it run?
Yeah.
Okay. Mission accomplished.
Yeah. Anything else?
The other day, this is pretty big news for Barkley. I drove all four, or not all of them, but I drove 4 of my project rigs. I got more than 4. I drove 4 of my project rigs in the same day. That was pretty impressive. They all ran, drove, fired up, and moved around under their own power. That was a pretty good day.
That's pretty awesome. So,
how about yourself? Got anything else going on?
I've been working on the Big Chief.
Yeah.
I got the windshield frame built, and it's pretty sweet. Folds
it looks
down.
Good.
That's about as far as I got on it. Just building that windshield frame, and then just prepping for our Buick event.
Yeah. It was a big one.
Yeah, so that was good. I don't remember if I had done the daily driver stuff before the last episode or not, but
yeah,
daily driver stuff and prepping to start building the cage. So
it's gonna be sweet, dude. I'm excited to follow that.
Yeah, I gotta start knocking that thing out because time's ticking.
Yeah, and you got a big trip coming up. Yeah. Big trip. So we're doing fantasy build right now.
No, we're gonna leave that for the end. Okay. I know that the outline's a little mixed up, but this episode we're gonna talk about unconventional engine swaps, and basically because we just did one.
Yeah,
and it was pretty dang cool. But before we talk about unconventional engine swaps, I think we needed to define what we consider a conventional engine swap.
Just your regular LS swaps, small block Chevys, they put those in everything. I think if at LS Fest down in Texas, I've seen pictures and videos from that where they'll put a LS in anything from a riding lawnmower to a Geo Metro, all your factory big body cars. Yeah, there's an LS in everything.
Yeah, and they have an LS kit for just about everything.
Everything has an LS kit. Yeah, you can get, and same with small block Chevy.
Yeah.
And the Coyote swaps are getting up there too in amount of the number of vehicles that you can direct drop in a Coyote motor into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So also I would throw in there an engine swap that was a factory option. So let's say you've got like a Nova that came with an inline 6, but there was a factory option for
a 454.
Yeah. I don't know if you can get a 454 in a Nova.
No.
But that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
So, or maybe a Chevelle's a good example. Like you had a small block Chevy in it, you could get a big block from factory.
Yeah.
I would consider that like a conventional engine swap.
Something you can buy all the motor mounts off the shelf and drop that motor and transmission into your rig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we're considering a conventional engine swap. And we've got nothing against like the LS swap or a conventional engine swap. They're effective. I think they're cool. I want to do one.
I do want to do one. I also want to put an LS in something very unconventional. I'm not sure what yet, but I think it'd be really cool to put an LS in something that has absolutely no business having an LS in it.
Yeah, for sure. And like I've nothing against a small block Chevy swap. I'm actually putting one in my Jeep.
Yeah.
So they just work.
Yeah. And what's great about, I mean, you break down with that AMC motor in the middle of nowhere. Are you gonna be able to find AMC parts?
No, it's getting harder and harder.
Not very likely, but you can find parts for a small block Chevy anywhere.
Right. There might be a guy on the trail that has.
Oh yeah,
parts.
or you call one guy in town. You pull up Craigslist, go to car parts for sale. You can find You can find the Chevy dude in town and find some parts.
Exactly. But there's something cool about swapping in an engine that's not normal.
Yeah, that doesn't belong there.
Yeah. So we got to talk about the other guys' engines.
Yeah, I like it.
Some of my favorite vehicles that I've seen unconventional engine swaps, and Alex doesn't have a list here, so he's gonna have to wing it.
I got a list.
Oh, good. All right, right up there.
I couldn't edit it on my phone.
Oh no. So my dad's got this Model T he's building, and it's got a Buick Nailhead in it. That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet.
And I don't know if you have seen a Buick Nailhead, but the heads are like basically vertical instead of kind of slanted like a normal V8. And so it's got a very unique look to it. It's very cool. There is this Cadillac hearse 6x6. It's up in North Idaho called Mortis the Hearse. And it's got a Detroit diesel out of like a tank.
Yeah.
And
that also doesn't that have like an open chain differential?
Oh yeah, it's got an open chain transfer case that he built himself.
Yeah, that he built himself.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And hearing that diesel just wrap up, it's a 2-stroke diesel. It's really wild sounding. There's a bump side Ford in town.
Oh yeah, here in town
with a 4BT Cummins. People put the 6BT in all the time.
Those 4BTs make a lot of power. There's a guy at the mill with a 79 Bronco with a 4BT in it as well.
Oh, nice.
And it's just like his daily driver. I love it.
Well, I remember when I was into the Grand Cherokees, there was a couple guys that swapped in those 4BTs, and they were running 37s and getting 28 miles a gallon.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So, see here, the original Maserati, not our little piece of crap rally car, but the original Maserati on Roadkill with the 455 olds in the back.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet.
TDI swap and Dirt Lifestyle Nate's TJ. Again, just sips the fuel. Got some good torque. Great power plant for a little Jeep. And then way back in the day, there was on Top Truck Challenge, there was a CJ7 with a Caddy 500.
Sweet. A couple of them that I've been a part of or helped on. I helped helping a buddy right now doing a TDI swap on a Toyota pickup. What is really cool about those TDI swaps is Advanced Adapters does make stuff like all your adapters off the shelf to go from like the TDI engine to your Toyota transmission. So that's kind of cool. The parts they are amazing. They just work, but they are you spend a little bit of money for them. In fact, that my last daily I had was a TDI New Beetle, and the guy that bought it for the motor to swap into a Toyota pickup.
Oh, cool.
Subaru motor swaps into Vanagons in Volkswagens.
Oh, okay.
They're a pretty good swap. There's an adapter that bolts up to that transmission, and they're a great way to get a lot of horsepower in a vehicle with the aerodynamics of a bread box. Yeah, Barnia's 4BT in his Ford pickup is also like You guys are another good one. Yeah.
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 All right. So, why would you want to use an unconventional engine? Like number one, I think the cool factor.
I like doing something that not everybody's done. It's
Yeah.
like how many LS swap Chevelles can you look at a car show and be like, oh yep, the same thing,
Yep.
same thing. But I mean, yes, they're cool, but
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
nothing wrong with it. I like the uniqueness. I like to see stuff I haven't seen before.
Yeah, I remember being at the Boise Roadster Show a few years ago, and there was a Tri-5 Chevy that had a 409 in it, and I think the 409s actually came in those years, but it was cool to see a 409 in something instead of just an LS swap or
Yeah.
a big block,
For sure.
because of those cool like W-shaped heads and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you open the hood and there's something weird in there.
Yeah, I like it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Then there's the dollars per horsepower. This doesn't always apply.
It does, yeah.
It's
But
like sometimes an unconventional swap is going to cost you a lot more money to get dollars per horsepower. Like
yes.
LS, people put LSs in things for a reason.
Yes, for sure. Like on our Buick swap we just did, we paid $750 for the motor and transmission to get 380 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque. $750 would not have got us to 385, 500 into that Buick 350.
Not even with an LS.
Yeah. I mean, like if we would have put performance parts on
the Buick 350,
on that
yeah.
350, there was no way we could get up to that.
Right. No, I've bench raced that Buick 350, and to get to 3.25 horse and not 500 foot-pounds.
No, nowhere close.
It would be about $1,500 plus machine work.
Yeah.
But I mean, you still got to have the block tanked and bored and all that stuff.
Yeah, and you got a lot more hours into complete tear down and put back together.
Yeah.
Although your motor mounts wouldn't be welded on crooked when you were done. But I mean, they're in there. It'll hold.
The motor mounts wouldn't be made out of old Nito grapplers either.
Yeah, that is probably true.
So there are a number of options out there that just in stock form give you a bunch of horsepower and torque.
Yeah. And more convenience options like fuel injection, where you can buy a motor like what you're doing with just going throttle body injected. But you can buy a rig that has full fuel inject, or buy a motor that already has the fuel injection, sometimes for cheaper than what it would cost to upgrade your current engine to have fuel injection.
Right, yeah. Sometimes you can buy an entire car. That then you have the wiring harness and all that kind of stuff.
And you can jump it real quick before you pull all the stuff out of it.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, so cheap dollars per horsepower, cheap fuel injection. Sometimes you might be searching for some MPGs.
Yeah, those TDI swaps get a lot more MPGs out of those engines than the original like 22REs or whatever they're replacing.
And then maybe you're looking for some towing and torque upgrades. So this would be some of your diesel swaps, and like I would say probably even though lots of people have done the 6PT Cummins, a diesel swap is not straightforward. Like you got to change your entire fuel system. Those engines are heavy, and so you got to upgrade your suspension. You might need to box the frame and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it could be a great torque and towing upgrade for your old pickup.
Yeah, I got a buddy putting a 5.9 in a 3+3 square body Chevy crew cab right now.
Nice.
At work, yeah, and he's ran into a couple of things where like just stuff doesn't line up where you want, like where your turbo needs to go and all your exhaust and your downpipe, and he's running into like cross member issues, and it always costs more. He'd read that swap was 10 grand. Like you're probably gonna be into it 10 grand. He was like, "There's no way it's gonna cost me 10 grand to do all this," and he doesn't have drive lines made yet, and he's got one other thing he's got to do, and he's at like $8,500 right now. And so he's like, yeah, it's gonna be 10 grand.
But is it a freshened up?
Oh no, Oh no, it was he bought a whole truck that had a motor in it.
Oh, so it's got miles.
Oh, it's got 200,000 miles.
All
on
right,
it.
that's all good.
Yeah, they run forever.
So, what are some things we need to consider? I think that's a good segue into this next section.
Oh, yeah.
What are some things to consider if you want to try out an unconventional motor swap?
Check for your aftermarket support on what on the motor you're putting it in, or like what vehicle you're putting it in, and what motor you're using. See because like if there were some bolt-on motor mounts that were available for that swap we just did, that would have been a way easier way to go. There wasn't. We have the fab skills to build one.
Yeah.
And we made it work. But if there were drop-in motor mounts that we could have bolted onto that cross member, it would have made life a lot easier.
Right. Well, and then the engine we swapped in had a front sump oil pan.
Yeah.
And the car that we were working with had a rear sump oil pan, and so there were some major interferences. And those could have been remedied if we had known about it with a little bit more time.
Yeah, we could have.
Because like in the small block Chevy world, or I would say even the small block Ford world, you could find oil pans pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I did a search for small block Chevy oil pan on Marketplace, there was probably 20 options, less than $50.
And you probably could have went out to Pull and Save and
and got
grabbed
one for like $10
and grabbed a half dozen of them.
Yeah. When you look for rear sump Cadillac 500 oil pan,
not a lot of options.
There's 0 on Marketplace, and then there are like maybe 3 options on eBay that start about $350.
Yeah,
which would buy you a small block Chevy that runs
for sure
for a used oil pan that's
and pickup tube.
And pickup tube. Okay.
It was both parts, but that should not cost that much money.
So some of these unconventional engines are going to be much harder to find parts for.
Yes, for sure.
But it starts at 385.
Yeah,
500 foot-pounds of torque.
So we don't need performance parts on it.
But if you wanted to buy, say, an Edelbrock intake for that Caddy 500,
take out a loan.
It's about $450, I think.
Yeah. Can you buy an intake for a small block Chevy for that much money?
You could buy 11 intakes.
I think that one we bought for Rick's Nova was.
I think it's $50.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was either $40 or $50. Yeah, for sure.
So cost of performance parts. Anything that's not anything, but a lot of the unconventional motors are. They're going to be expensive to buy parts for.
Yeah.
Some of them, maybe not. Like I know nothing about the Subaru world, but it seems like lots of people are modding their Subarus, so probably not as big a deal.
Yeah, I have no idea what the cost is on that.
It's got to be more expensive than LS stuff, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the availability in general of different parts and components and the engine itself. I mean, we've been wanting to do this swap for a while now. Now we've kind of got a lead on these engines, but if you just look for a Caddy 500 on Marketplace, they don't come up every day.
No, and they're going to be few and far between, but now that we have a line on them, I want to put one of these in everything.
Caddy 500 swap the world.
For sure. Wiring, sometimes it might be cheaper just to buy a whole vehicle, so you get everything that you need, including the harness and the computer, and you could potentially part out more parts on that from that rig and maybe recoup a little bit of your money.
Yeah, especially if you're doing like a more modern engine swap, anything that is fuel injected. Getting a donor vehicle could really be helpful.
That Caddy had 5 wires on it, and
when you're
Josh was freaking out about the wiring, and it took like 15 minutes.
When you're swapping in something that's pre-fuel injection, you don't need to worry about the wiring too much. But if it's a modern engine, like is that new system going to communicate with the old system? You got to figure that kind of stuff out.
And that can get spendy getting somebody to, if you don't have the ability to program your computer box to talk from one car to another engine, like it can get expensive.
Oh yeah. So I'm putting in like late '90s Vortec motor in my Jeep. So this is pre-LS. I'm able to do it so cheap because I got the wiring harness from the truck it came out of. But if I didn't have that wiring harness, I'd either have to scrounge the junkyards, which wouldn't be too hard,
No.
or wiring harnesses for that Vortex system start at like $700,
Yeah.
which would then make it not cost effective.
No.
So, and then see here, compatibility with drivetrain components. I think this is huge to think about.
Yeah, we didn't do any measuring before we started. We had no idea where anything was going to line up, and we ran into some clearance issues with the exhaust and the shifter, oil pan,
Firewall.
firewall got a little massaged.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing to think about though is like, let's say you just want the engine. Like, is this engine going to mate up to your transmission? Is there an adapter for it? Like when the Cadillac big blocks run the BOP transmission, so
Yeah.
Buick, Oldsmobile, Pontiac,
And Cadillac.
yeah, and Cadillac. The C is like a little just subscript.
Yeah.
But in the GM world, they have a lot of interchangeability, but then for some reason, the dang bell housings for TH400s are different for a BOP, and they're different for, like, Jeeps run some turbo 400s,
Yep.
and they have an AMC bell housing, but the bell housing's part of the case,
Yeah.
so you can't just unbolt it.
No.
And so
You can buy a bolt-on. You can cut your bell, and you can buy bolt-on bells.
right, but that's not a small project.
That's not a small project. No, that's a big time project.
Yeah. So yeah, is the engine, how are you going to mate the engine to your transmission that you want to use? And if you're in the 4-wheel drive world, is that transmission going to bolt to the transfer case that you want to use?
Yeah.
And are there adapters, or like with the AMC Turbo 400, it comes out of the Jeeps, they have this long output shaft that only mates to a Borg Warner transfer case. So if
Yeah.
you want to run a good transfer case, you basically got to rebuild the transmission with a GM output shaft.
And that's not
to
a
make
big
it work.
That's not a big deal because the output shaft is only the first thing that goes in the case. So you got to take everything out,
Yeah.
and then start again.
So,
yeah.
And I wouldn't say it's a hard stop. It's just something to consider.
Yeah.
Not all of them are going to be straightforward.
And I think you can plan, measure, research. I think there's always going to be something, though, that comes up in an engine swap that, especially when you're doing in the unconventional world. I mean, going from a 327 to a 350, yeah, that's going to just bolt in, wire up, go. But when you're doing anything unconventional or anything of a big swap, you're going to run into problems. You're going to run into clearance issues. You're going to run into maybe some wiring issues. But my advice for that is just go for it. Like you'll figure it out as you go along. You can read up 100 different write-ups on how someone's done something, but you just need to get in there and do it.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. I think the research is important, but that shouldn't stop you.
No,
Like,
that shouldn't hinder you. I mean,
the paralysis by analysis.
yeah, for sure. Because we've been talking about doing this swap ever since we found out that the Buick transmission would take that engine, and then we ended up buying one with a transmission.
Yeah.
So we didn't even need that. Wasn't even like a deciding factor in the end, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna run into stuff, but I mean, we got all the way in, and they're like, "Oh, the transmission's not gonna be able to shift." Oh, we'll build a shifter.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all good. Just get in there, just do it.
Yeah. I think it's time for fantasy build.
It is a fantasy build. We are doing a motor swap fantasy build.
Yep. And the rules are you can't put an LS or a small block Chevy or like a conventional, like this car came with this engine from factory.
You you don't need to look through the pictures because there's only two, and it's just to the outside. But what do you got there, big feller?
I got a 79 Corvette. This is like one of my favorite body styles.
Dude,
actually.
it is my favorite body style. Those big, like the big front fender, the big rolling front fenders is just like the Hot Wheel car that I picture when I close my eyes and it was like, if I'm not a Chevy guy, my favorite Corvette is that generation Corvette.
Yeah, it's got a mile of hood.
I love it. I love every part about it. The flip-up headlights, all of it.
Yeah.
I think the front end kind of reminds me of like a little bit of that Ford GT40. A little bit with like the way the headlights and stuff are in there. I don't know.
Okay, give me a second here. I got to make sure I get this right.
Okay.
All right. I have no idea what the budget would be or the what would all be involved. But because of the length of the hood,
Yes.
I want to put a Mercedes V12 in it.
That was definitely not the motor I was going to put in it.
I think it'd be awesome to just fill that engine bay with cylinders.
The entire thing. Just,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'd go with like the more modern one from the 90s, 2000s or the old school one that they used to put these V12s in the drag cars.
So I actually got this wrong. It's a V12 Allison engine out of a World War II fighter plane that was in the dragster.
And it was just like a bunch of short little pipes. I remember seeing one. If you want to see some other like unique engine swaps, check out our video at the Don Garlett's Drag Racing Museum. There's a dragster there that has a V12 in it, and so that's what I'm envisioning in my head is this long engine.
It is a long hood, but if you look at this under hood photo, there isn't a ton of room.
I mean, you'd have to relocate the radiator.
Oh yeah,
to make
that's
this
fine.
happen.
That's fine.
And get one of those giant cowl induction hoods.
I was thinking Cummins.
A Cummins?
I wanted a diesel.
Actually, a Cummins would be pretty cool too. Like, yeah, you could fill that thing up with the inline six.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Mercedes V12 swap.
I like
would
it.
Be pretty sweet, and and then just tighten up the suspension and make it really just hug the road. And this one I would actually spend money on paint because I feel like patina doesn't work on fiberglass.
No, absolutely not.
So
and everybody knows that this is fiberglass. It's not.
Yeah. So it's red. I would go back to red because I love red, but it would be as bright red as possible.
Just Ferrari red.
And probably some like polished kidney bean mags.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
So. Side pipes?
Oh, it's gotta have side pipes.
That is like the thing that I picture in my head. Red or gold with just an insane amount of metal flake.
Oh, yeah.
As much metal flake as you could put in there.
Yeah.
And sprinkle just a little extra.
Yeah. I wonder if I could get some crushed velvet.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
You're building one of my dream cars.
Oh, it'd be so good.
I love that body style Corvette.
I chose this because an LS or a small block Chevy would be very easy.
Oh, so I get something that's not easy. Oh, you know how everybody puts small block Chevys and things?
Yeah.
Can we coyote swap a Monte Carlo?
Oh.
Just piss off the Chevy guys.
Oh, you're hurting me. You cut me deep.
Dude, people small block Chevy Mustangs.
I know.
And so why not throw a coyote into the Monte Carlo and just anger the people?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Coyote swap with one of those superchargers on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm down. I would leave the patina.
Leave the patina?
Yeah. It's a two-door.
Yeah. It says it comes with the front clip. It's just not pictured. So you're going to go full on Ford and put a 9-inch in it?
Oh, 9-inch for sure.
Yeah. Might as well.
Might as well. And
those 12 bolts are not cheap to build. They're a great axle, but they're like, I don't know, dollar per strength. 9-inch is probably where it's at.
Oh,
in a
9-inch
car.
is way, yeah. Ford got it right when they built that 9-inch. I'm kind of digging this car. I mean, we don't have a budget on this one.
No.
It has a 402 bare block in it. Probably sell some of that. Leave the patina.
What wheels you going with?
What wheels wheels are on it right now.
There's like Keystone mags.
Keystone mags.
Yeah, like a Krager style, but
yeah, it's a Krager style.
yeah, you're coyote swapping. You're gonna need to be able to get that power to the ground.
Yeah, I need some wide wheels in the back, as wide of wheel as I can go. Maybe even roll the lip out a little bit on the back there. Get some 10.5s in the back. Yeah, and just let it eat. Burn the rubber off.
I love a Monte Carlo.
Yeah, I like it.
So they're on the 2-door on a Monte Carlo. The doors are so long.
Oh,
They're giant.
Weigh a ton.
Yeah.
Try to hang one of those by yourself. So yeah, I love it, dude. All
right, so we got a Mercedes swapped
Corvette
and a Coyote
swap Monte Carlo to piss off the purists.
Nice.
I
like it. All right, so yeah, that's about it for unconventional motor swaps.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah. Probably the biggest one to note. So we just did an unconventional motor swap, and that video should be posted hopefully by the end of the month. Maybe early November, and it's pretty rad. I've watched some of the footage.
I'm pretty excited.
I'm so excited. It was such a good time. Just 2 straight days of thrashing in the shop.
And big shout out to Dan for coming out and helping us out. 2-bolt was a ton of help.
Yeah, so much help wrenching,
videoing.
Muscling that engine in and out.
Moral support.
So that was cool. And then we're going to SEMA.
Woo!
So
I am so excited. That's just one of those things that I've always wanted to do, and it's awesome that we're getting this opportunity.
Yeah, so excited to go down there, check out all the projects that are like top dollar, and then also kind of haze some of them about some of the unfinished work.
Yeah, but they'll have a rig there, and we won't. And
right,
I'm
exactly.
I'm really excited that we're taking one of our like super reliable vehicles that we have like a lot of time in. And no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you remember that '77 Ranchero that we revived last spring?
That we got for free $99?
Yeah, and you've got maybe 100 miles on it, maybe.
How many miles is it from Deary? 40?
Yeah.
I probably got 60 miles on it.
Yeah. So we might as well just add another 2,000 miles.
Yeah, just rally your 1,900 miles there and back. I'm going to throw a carb on it. I still have an electrical gremlin we're working on. But the old man's going to come over on Tuesday, and we're going to maybe hammer some stuff out on it.
Right on. So we got merch down in the description. So
we got
hats. If you want a sweatshirt, just email us. We'll figure that out. The sweatshirts are kind of made to order, but we've got lots of T-shirts and stuff. So
yeah, we'll wreck it, rinse, repeat.
Till next time. See ya.